That's some strong language that Jesus uses in the gospel passage this morning. Kind of harsh even, isn't it? You know, it sounds like we should not be too attentive to love of our mother and father and sisters and brothers and spouses. Do you suppose that's really the point that Jesus is trying to get at? I would suggest that the language throughout the scripture passage is about love. So this, of course, is one of the great sweet beauties of life, the experience, the knowledge of love. But he's talking about love and how we prioritize and make space in our lives for love. The other day I was with a young couple who had actually just celebrated their marriage on Saturday evening, Andrew and Laura. So during the year I'd met with them regularly, and they talked about their wonderful families and how much their mom and dad and grandparents and brothers and sisters meant to them, but they also expressed in beautiful language how they were deeply in love with each other. I can't see that one love was stronger than another necessarily, but then I asked them, where do you suppose that love comes from? Where did you get it? So I thought about that, and in the course of the conversation, it becomes apparent to them that the gift they have of love is just that. It's a gift. You see, love is of God. God is love. The fullest expression of God's love is made evident in Jesus, who comes into the world to show all of us the Father's love for us, the promise of that love, the call to love. And so as Jesus is calling us to sort of like place the highest priority on love of Him, He's really telling us that in and through and by that love, the love of the Father and the Son and the Spirit and through the Trinity, that we are all called into that love. As St. Paul says in that reading, we're baptized into that truth, that beautiful mystery of God's love. So it's not to say that we are not to love others. It's to say that the platform, the basis, the absolute foundation of all love is a gift that God gives us. So in fact, in putting Jesus at the top of the list of love and recognizing in Jesus we find all that is love, that in fact frees us to really know what love is, the selflessness of authentic love. Jesus is the model of that love. So we are in fact to be loving people. Jesus only gave us one commandment, to love God with all our heart, mind, soul, and being, and to love our neighbor as ourselves. So he's telling us that our lives are to be defined by love. So we begin, I think, and end the scripture reflection on the understanding that love is of God. As first letter of John says, God is love, and love is a gift. Love is a gift. Just as Andrew and Laura were so astonished to recognize and be filled with a sense of gratitude for the gift of love that united them as husband and wife on Saturday. How about us? How about us? There's been love in your life in all kinds of different forms. Do we recognize it as a gift, as a precious gift? And like every gift, the response to love has got to be gratitude, has got to be a thankful heart. Saint Teresa of Lisieux, in considering the mystery of God's love, sums it up in the beautiful, simple phrase, tout est grâce. Everything is gift. Everything is gift. Such is life, such is this gift of gratitude. As we gather at the banquet table of the Eucharist this beautiful Sunday, let us also recognize with profoundly grateful hearts God's love for us and the gift of love in our lives. And then to give and live with a grateful heart is the richest, surest way to live in love.